And it is Donovan now getting the side headlock on Orndorff, and again, Buzz Sawyer out here scouting this match and watching this man in action.
That's right, Mr. Solie. You know, Buzz Sawyer keeps his nose everywhere something smells. Every time I go someplace, I hear the name Paul Orndorff and Tommy Rich. Paul Orndorff has this thing he calls the power slam, and you know by means as anybody else does that Buzz Sawyer's the best. And Tommy Rich has this thing where he flies across the ring and beats his opponent. Well, I'm out here scouting Paul Orndorff, and if he don't watch out, I'm going to get in there and smack him a couple times.
Orndorff into the air, into a good takedown now on Chick Donovan. Both men in obviously extremely fine condition.
That was a fantastic takedown. He grabbed the headlock and took the guy right over, but he couldn't do that to me.
Might point out, Buzz Sawyer, of course, outstanding amateur athlete as well as a professional. Went on to the Nationals in Iowa a few years ago. You've been in the pro ranks now, what, about 4 years?
4 years, that's right. And one more thing I want to clarify here. Paul Orndorff's going around saying he's an uncrowned world champion. You know, from what I've seen, he did power slam Ric Flair, and Ric Flair didn't kick out. Tommy Rich came down and counted him out. Now, just because he did it to Ric Flair, don't mean he can do it to Buzz Sawyer. Let's get things straight, Mr. Solie.
Indeed, Mr. Buzz Sawyer, who obviously is feeling very confident about the opportunity of meeting Paul Orndorff and defeating him. And yet I notice that he's out here studying him very carefully, seeing if there are any flaws or chinks in his armor. And thus far, I would say I haven't seen any.
I would say there's very few, but you know, Mr. Solie, I've learned through all my years in wrestling that all it takes is one, and one's all I'm looking for. And when I get that one, it'll be a different story.
Point well taken, I must admit. And it's Orndorff now, the Brandon Bull, keeping that side headlock on Chick Donovan. And Donovan beginning to weary from this, and of course, from the side headlock, it makes breathing a lot more difficult.
Oh, it makes it really difficult. The guy cuts off the artery there, and when you're trying to breathe, that Orndorff, you know as well as I do, you can't take it away from the man. He's a real powerful fella, and that Chick Donovan's in a little bit of trouble now, but like I said, Buzz Sawyer wouldn't be in that position.
There's a good block that time, a good counter by Orndorff as Donovan tried to set him for a takedown. Orndorff got those feet planted firmly on the mat and blocked the takedown very nicely, and now maintains Donovan resorting to some shortcuts there, grabbing the trunks and trying to get some extra leverage.
Well, that's not really a shortcut. That's just trying to defeat your opponent, Mr. Solie. We all know how that goes. Buzz Sawyer does anyway.
Indeed. The comments from Buzz Sawyer as Orndorff keeps the pressure on Chick Donovan. Keeping the side headlock now, it is Chick Donovan who's in trouble, and Orndorff with the hip lock takedown. Donovan yeah, he did. He had some extra leverage there. You can see he's grabbing those trunks. Nick Patrick not putting up with that at all. And now as he goes back to the side headlock, Orndorff has been concentrating on that side headlock.
Yeah, he sure has. You know, Paul Orndorff, you look out there, you look at that sandy blonde hair looking around at you, that's got to remind you a little bit of Tommy Rich. You know, Tommy Rich and Paul Orndorff, as I said at the beginning of this match, every place I go and everywhere I've been, that's all I hear. I'm walking in the mall, I'm going down the airport, all I hear is Tommy Rich, Paul Orndorff, Paul Orndorff. And now they got me all over the country, get me into some of these goofy matches with Paul Orndorff and Tommy Rich, and now there's Tommy Rich. Tommy Rich is the one trying to get me down and beat up on me and trying all these crazy, stupid matches I've never even heard of. Let me tell you something, Mr. Solie. I'm being aware of these people because they got something up their sleeve.
Well, it's obvious that he is being extremely wary because he is scouting very carefully. He was scouting earlier on Tommy Rich's match and now scouting Paul Orndorff. And Orndorff still acquitting himself extremely well.
That's why I was scouting Tommy Rich, just like I said. Every place I go, people ask me about him. And he's out here talking about these goofy matches that he wants to have. He wants to take me out and embarrass me. Well, it's going to take a lot better than Tommy Rich and Paul Orndorff together to embarrass me, Mr. Solie. And my brother called me Hacksaw Sawyer last week, and he says, what's going on out there? I just told him, I said, all kinds of things are going on. Paul Orndorff and Tommy Rich are trying to get the best of me, but don't worry, Hack. Buzz is going to take care of business.
Buzz Sawyer's comments regarding the match taking place in the ring at this time. Orndorff up against those ring ropes. The referee calls for the break. Chick Donovan. And Donovan drives a knee on the break. Caught Orndorff in the middle.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's it. Come on.
Donovan now has the upper hand as he has Orndorff in trouble. Smashes Orndorff into that opposite turnbuckle. And it is Donovan pressing that advantage. Arm whip up. Good leapfrog by Orndorff. Orndorff caught him with an elbow that knocked the daylights out of Chick Donovan. Caught him again. Jammed him into that far turnbuckle off the rope. Got him with an elbow into the chest. And Orndorff gone berserk now as Donovan.
This guy's a little crazy. Look at that. Vicious.
It is Orndorff. Full bore ahead now. Beautiful power slam. Fantastic power slam by Paul Orndorff. And it's Orndorff looking for Sawyer right now, and Bobby Simmons has joined me here.
You know, that Buzz Sawyer, I think he's got his eyes set on that national championship again, Gordon. And as you said, he's been out here scouting these men. He's got men like Orndorff, Rich, but he better not forget Morocco, Roddy Piper, and those like. So he's going to have a tough road to hoe.
He is indeed. There's no question about that.